Why, good day to you. Good evening if you are watching this live here in America. And welcome to Twas the Night Before Festivus. Rather, I think it's officially Storytime with Shakespeare. Twas the Night Before Festivus because this may become a series. I have no idea. Wearing a scarf because 'tis winter and it's actually cold. Holy smoke, I know. But I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you, you love me. There's mutual glorious affection, and let us raise a glass of holiday cheer to each other right now. Cheers to you all, my friends. Coming to you live right here, primarily on twitch.tv/nat21adventures. And if you are not subscribed, please go give us a like and a follow. We're primarily a gaming channel. On Tuesday nights for most of the year, we do a main game, which is called, appropriately enough, Nat 21 Adventures, where we have some fantastic Dungeons and Dragons action played and performed for you, the public, by Renaissance Festival entertainers. And I can show you the whole current schedule as it stands right now. The Nat 21 lineup, Mondays at 8 p.m., Modern Mondays with Lady Prudence. Right now, I am in here in the Nat 21 slot at 8 p.m. On Wednesdays at 12:30 in the afternoon, we have the crafting show. And on most Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, Gothic Horror Gaming. And Thursday mornings at 10 a.m., Flash Phantasmagoria Stories with Handler Z. I'd like to remind everyone that this is actually all part of a prelude up to the 12 days of Christmas, which we are doing here on Nat 21. So for the 12 days leading up to Christmas Day, we would like to join us as we celebrate the holidays with 12 festive giveaways. And be sure to follow twitch.tv/nat21adventures for more information on that. And also brought to you tonight by The Underworld. It is a Patreon exclusive adventure, a Patreon Saint exclusive adventure coming to Nat 21 in January of the new year. Visit patreon.com/nat21adventures to join and for more information about that. Speaking of Patreons, if you'd like to support me in my show, you can always do so by becoming a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go up to $30, and there's a lot of other fun tiers in there. I'm thinking of adding a random $1,000 tier, 1,000 for the year, 1,000, it was something with 1,000. But basically, so I can say I will have dinner at your house. We'll have family dinner, and that's what we're gonna do. That's all of it. But also make sure if you'd like to follow me on my various socials, facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. On the Instagram, I'm Shakespeare.approves. YouTube, Shakespeare Approves, which this is going to be airing as well. I'm also on the new format Blue Sky, which is not that exciting, but maybe it'll be someday. Shakes Approves, and I'm also on the TikToks, Shakespeare.approves. I'm going to have new content every Monday starting next week. It is my December resolution. I don't know. And if you want to throw a bit of quick cash my way, you can go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That is ko-fi.com/Shakespeare and buy me a cuppa. But my friends, it is story time with Shakespeare time. It was the night before Festivus. So before we get into this, and here's how the evening is going to work. I'm going to read to you from my original story, original poem, Twas the Night Before Festivus. And then we are going to do the ASA, the Ask Shakespeare Anything, also known as the Ask Shakespeare Something, which was proposed by Lady Onça, Madame Onça. So that would be the ASS. So either way, Ask Shakespeare Anything, Ask Shakespeare Something, both are fully acceptable. Just ask that you get your questions ready to go, and we'll do them after we are done with the poem. But in the meantime, let us get ready to go. It's so wonderful to have all of you here with me tonight, and so let us begin. 'Twas the night before Festivus, when all through Elsinore not a creature was stirring, not King Hamlet no more. King Claudius and Queen Gertrude were snug in their bed, as cozy as the poison poured into the king's head. The guards walked the parapets, their hands balled into fists, going o'er in their minds the Festivus grievous lists. And I, my period appropriate sleepwear, had just settled my brain with nary a care. Oh, I just realised I shouldn't have done it that way. The title card is hiding that. So we're off to a great start here, my friends. Let us hide the banner. Let us go back to that screen. Just settle my brain with nary a care. When out in the courtyard there arose such a kerfuffle, I sprang from my bed, my oaths not needing to muffle. I ran down the grand staircase, where to my surprise, the gloomy Prince of Denmark stood in front of my eyes. He was dressed all in black from his head to his toes, just a sad goth kid, the kind everyone knows. He handed out his hands to me, empty, bereft, as if he must shew me he had not a shred of hope left. Hamlet, I cried, my friend, why art thou sad? For tomorrow is Festivus, with no gloom to be had. He smiled at me sadly, through his teeth blew a whistle, and then, like a jackass, took a bite of thistle. Horatio, my friend, said he, 'tis good of thee to show. As for why my glum, the answer's, you know. Well, is it because your father's been slain by your self-same uncle with whom your mother has lain? The moon rising full in the cold Denmark sky now gave a glint of madness in Hamlet's raven-like eye. My friend, you don't get it. That's not it at all. The murder of my father is not why I bawl. Then why, my friend, do you howl at the sky? And wherefore, sweet Hamlet, is the reason you cry? I shall tell thee, Horatio, for 'tis not all that hard. I have not received a single, solitary Festivus card. This answer of his was beyond my belief, as he fell to his knees and cried out, "Oh, good grief!" At this, Ophelia, sweet nymph, did quite suddenly appear, attended by poor players who were surprisingly near. Hamlet, my love, my dove, my dear sweet baboo, I have some words to provide some small comfort to you. As you know, for tomorrow the great hall we did rent, and I'd like for you to direct our Festivus pageant. He jumped to his feet, gave a shout of "That's it!" then flew to rehearsal, for the acting bug had bit. To the players he spoke, "Speak the speech, I pray. Suit the action to the word, for this our holiday play." The players then laughed and they jeered, for this was absurd. They danced to Schroeder's music and ignored the royal nerd. Ophelia then said, "Hamlet, my love, my dove, you must now go and find us a Festivus pole for our holiday show. Let not the slings and arrows of seasonal affective disorder keep you from finding what is very near our Danish border. Be not morose and let sadness leave thy mind. Get the biggest, shiniest, most aluminiumist pole you can find." "I shall do this thing," Hamlet arose with a cry. And I went with him too, to see what we could espy. We sought high, we searched low, we looked near and looked far. We scanned every pole lot neath the bright Yuletide star. "What of this one, Hamlet?" I asked of one in my sight. "Nay, 'tis too tall," he replied, "for the Festivus night." "What of that one, my prince? Surely 'tis sound." "I think not, dear Horatio. It's not worth gathering round." I saw yet another and announced it. Ta-da! Yet Hamlet said, "It doesn't have that certain je ne sais quoi." But then, turning around in a bit of a fit, Hamlet fell to his knees and said, "I found it." "I know not, Hamlet," said I. "'Tis awfully wee. Remember what Ophelia said. Quoth Hamlet, I think it needs me. So to the rehearsal, we two forged ahead. When Hamlet presented the pole, the players called him a blockhead. Hamlet cried, I don't get it. Don't you all understand? Doesn't anyone know the meaning of Festivus in our land? I do, Hamlet, came a small voice. It's so very clear to see. The players looked shocked that the voice came from me. Lights, please, I requested as I took center stage. The lights came up with a thunk, which shooed off their age. In time so long ago begins our play, in a war-torn galaxy far, far away. A wise man was born and tried to bring peace to the land. He'd bring balm to the heart and hold an enemy's hand. He looked at the toil and strife and said that none of this works. And he writ down some edicts, the first saying, let's not be jerks. Just once a year, let's lay down our mutual enmity and gather together in a feast of great solemnity. We'll air all the grievances that burden our soul, demonstrate feats of strength, and sing songs round the pole. No one knows who this wise man was, nor what his name might be, but there are some clues we have to discover his identity. Some people call him a space cowboy, others the gangster of love. Some people call him Maurice, for he descends from above. As I left the stage with a bow and a wince, I turned and let my gaze fall upon my good prince. He looked thoughtful in distance, his eyes they did roam. Said he, I'm taking my pole, and I'm going home. Later, we few saw the pole standing there, alone and unadorned in the frigid Danish air. "'Tis not a bad little pole," said Ophelia, whilst holding beads. "All it needs is love. Love is all it needs." Just then we started, for we heard a great crash, and the Prince of Denmark rushed in, crying out, "Hamlet smash!" With his great sword raised up high o'er his head, he cried out to all that we soon would be dead. And as we all cowered, fear writ on my face, something altogether unexpected appeared out of time and out of space. With a whoosh and a clatter, it came into view, and it was a box, rather ordinary and blue. Our mouths agape in wonder, the doors then opened wide, and a mad person stepped out from the boxes inside. Wrapped in a scarf and a very long coat, they gave us a smile that said they did not dare gloat. And then, holding aloft some type of wand or a tool, I was left with the knowledge that bow ties are cool. "Hamlet," said the loon, a medical professional, to be sure, "this is not the way. Death is not the cure. Please don't kill everyone who appears in this tale, for else we are doomed, and this project will fail." "I have grievances," said the prince. "Yes, and they are true. Your dad murdered by your uncle, who then married your mum." "Ew." "That's not it," quoth Hamlet. "That's not it at all. I feel not the love of my friends, and that's why I fall. I'm going through life, and it's all so very hard. And then I received not a single solitary Festivus card." "Hamlet," said the stranger, "this has to be tough. But I know that you are made for much kinder stuff. Sometimes we forget to include those who we hold dear. They become out of mind when they are not near. But I tell you, dear prince, it's all right to cry. Put down your sword and look up at the sky. Hamlet let go his sword and dropped to his knees. As his face turned upward to the stars, he said, "Please." And in that one word, we all heard the love that we sometimes forget when push comes to shove. We gathered round Hamlet, and we all held hands. We sang the sacred song behind our friendship's bands. The mad doctor then smiled so very wide, then stepped back into the box. It must be bigger inside. As the box disappeared to the bells of St. John's, and the starlight shone all the snow-covered lawns, a voice came to us without rhyme or reason, and said, "Yes, we might all die in the spring, the killing season. But for now, just remember, kindness is the best gift anyone gives. And today, just this once, everyone lives." So, my friends, that was your story time with Shakespeare. 'Twas the night before Festivus. I do hope you enjoyed that. It was bringing me great joy to see you talking in the comments. So just some lovely comments happening in there. Hamlet Brown Christmas, which was originally the title of the play I based this on. But then also a Hamlet Brown Christmas, a Doctor Who Christmas special. Yeah, so it's lovely to have all of you enjoying this. The greatest Festivus tale on Twitch, hopefully the only Festivus tale on Twitch. Hopefully I can get that Festivus market cornered. Yes. Thank you so very much all for your very kind words that you are spreading out in here. And Kara says, "Now for the airing of grievances and the feats of strength." You are quite right, which means we need to go down to the Ask Shakespeare Anything portion of tonight's show. You've got questions, I've got answers. So long as that they are not inappropriate, I shall answer them. It also might be falling under something that Lady Onça says, Ask Shakespeare Something. So there's that. But go ahead. If you have questions, I've got answers for you. William Stoneburner has one right here. ASA, if you are what you eat, if Shakespeare eats a piece of bacon, which I won't, is it fair to say that Shakespeare is bacon, capital B? To quote Hamlet, chapter 3, Act 3, line 22. No, I'm not bacon. Not bacon at all. Right. And I can see questions coming in from all of the mediums. I just got a text about it. Hey, can you read questions on the other mediums? Yes, I can. Just some guy in Tennessee said much earlier, you know what I'm asking Santa for? I don't, but apparently you was polite as the answer, to get Mayor Finkel released from prison. Oh, that's a deep cut at this point. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Christmas can be dangerous depending on what you get. Exactly, BLC Blondie. And so just a reminder, tonight's show is brought to you by 12 Days of Christmas on Nat 21 Adventures. Celebrate the holidays with 12 festive giveaways in the 12 days leading up to Christmas. Go to twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures to join that fun. And also tonight is brought to you by The Underworld, Patreon exclusive adventure coming to Nat 21 in January, and you can join it through patreon.com/nat21adventures to join, become a Patreon saint, and do that. And now let us get back to our Ask Shakespeare Anything. All right. Tara Lynn says, why are sheep so photogenic? Oh, why are sheep so photogenic? I think they're genetically predisposed to it. I mean, it's in the word photogenic. It's science. There you go. Oh, goodness. BLC Blondie also said, I'm not bacon because he's Kevin. Oh, goodness. And Christina Marie said about Mayor Finkel got what he deserved. It depends on which night you watched it. Ask Shakespeare Anything. What is my favorite holiday food? Oh, that's hard. Goodness. Pumpkin pie, probably. Pumpkin pie. Yeah, you can't go wrong, can you? It is glorious. Zeloni says, who do we have to bribe to get you down to CRF 1 year? Is that Carolina or Colorado? Carolina, I have a vague answer, an idea, but I'm not actually going to say it. Colorado, I have no idea. But short answer, entertainment directors. Send emails to entertainment directors at various Renaissance fairs, letting them know you'd like to see me. Fraulein Elsa says, why are plants so photosynthetic? Because if they were any less, they wouldn't be plants, would they? No, I don't think so. What does BLC Blondie? I'm sorry, BLC Blondie asks, what does Shakespeare want for Festivus? Money. Shakespeare got bills to pay, son. I got debts. Oh, goodness. Fruitcake, yes or no? We're making this a binary choice. Generically, then I'll say yes. I have had decent fruitcake. I've also had completely terrible fruitcake, as I believe most everybody. Zalani said for the Carolina Renaissance Fair. In that case, that will be my friend Rufus. He is the entertainment assistant, I believe, or possibly entertainment coordinator now. But yeah, he's the one you want to bribe for Carolina. Tara Lynn asks, if my cats, Pippin and Milo, were to have a slappy fight, who would win? Well, here's the fun thing. Pippin, the floof of a took, who now outweighs his older brother by quite a bit at this point, almost. He is not even 9 months, and he's about 13 pounds, and his older brother is about 10 pounds. Pippin would want to win. Pippin would not win. Milo would get mean, he'd get nasty, and he would just slap Pippin. There we go. Carolina has a Shakespeare. Oh, well, then got heaven forfend. Unlike following that rule, we can only have one of anything. One juggler, one musician. Yeah, I'm sorry. BLC Blondie says, pumpkin snickerdoodles that taste like pumpkin pie in cookie form. Ooh, you just made those. That sounds delicious. All right. Oh, this is a nerdy question. Off-screen wife, you might as well tune out right now. What race / class / subclass would I recommend for a pirate in D&D 5th edition? All right. Race, human or goblin. Class, rogue. Yeah. And then you'd want a rogue fighter, honestly, or a rogue / sailor. Yeah, that's what you would want. There we go. Isn't CRF running at the same time as LARF? A little bit, maybe. I don't know. I can be bribed away with money. So, yeah. I love this festival. I can be bribed away. Meaning hired away. What is the most overrated holiday food? Well, that's the fun thing. I'm going to give it to turkey. Here's the thing. I'm vegetarian. Full disclosure, I'm a vegetarian, borderline vegan because I can't have dairy, but I can still eat eggs. Here's the thing. Turkey, overrated. Most of the rest of the people don't want it for reasons. And they want it only at Thanksgiving / Christmas holidays. And it is a food that you can have any time of the year. So I'm going to say turkey. Yeah. It's not, I mean, it's good. It's not that good. It's fine. It's fine. Turkey, most overrated. Johnny O Twitch says, if it had been discovered that Jar Jar Binks, also off-screen wife, you're going to want to tune up for this one. If it had been discovered that Jar Jar Binks possessed an exceedingly high number of midichlorians within his cells, and the Jedi Council had decided to try and educate him, do you think Anakin would have succeeded in destroying the bumbling, stumbling youngling? Well, the thing is, Jar Jar was older than Anakin, and thus, if the council had decided to indeed train him and not have been so stodgy about it, he would not have been a youngling, and Anakin would have come up later anyway. Now, here's the thing. What if Jar Jar had actually secretly been Darth Sidious? Wouldn't that have been amazing? Or at least at the very least, a mastermind behind all of it. Maybe not Darth Sidious, who's Palpatine himself, but that's a fan theory I love, and I'm sorry that they went in a different direction from it. Sorry, just dropped a thing. Let's see. What is my favorite play? My favorite play is probably The Importance of Being Earnest. I love that play. Yes. Pam Mandrake, how's my roomie tonight? Oh, hi, former roomie. Pam was my roommate in our office space. We were office roomies. I'm doing grand, Pam. Good to see you. Love you. Miss you. Kelly Walsh Quesada says, what am I drinking? I am drinking an iced coffee without any ice. It's cold. Let's see. My cats sound like your cats, Katie Cat Gaming. It sounds like your 9-month-old boys. Sokka's over 10 pounds and Bonzi is about 9 or so now too. Oh, good. Let's see. What is Shake's favorite holiday song? Oh, I have a few. No Place Like Home for the holidays. Fantastic. Classic. I'll Be Home for Christmas. Is also glorious. I'll be home for Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, though. Oh, that one pulls on my heartstrings when it's done properly. Specifically by Judy Garland in the very not Christmas movie, Meet Me in St. Louis, but it happens at a Christmas time in the movie. Anyway, absolutely fantastic. Irving Berlin. Cheers. But I am a person who it is not yet our Christmas holiday without Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I don't want a lot for Christmas. I guess we're doing this. We're going to do dramatic reading. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I care not about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I need not to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. For all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. My wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. All right. So that was that. There's a thing what happened. I also really enjoy Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift, and Merry Christmas, the duet with Elton John and what's his face? Ed Sheeran. Goodness. Am I coming back to Maine next year? Yes, I already have my contract, Madam Hightop. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mad Hightop. I said Madam. Sorry, Mad Hightop. Let's see. If Coffee and Star Trek were falling off a cliff, who would I save? I would save Coffee. Because Star Trek has transporters to get them out. Yeah, so they'll be fine. They'll be fine. And I would get to see them later. What would be the best way to defeat Varus the Destroyer in a no-holds-barred fight? Distract him with a squeaky toy. Am I going to return to NJRF? That is the plan, yes. Thank you. Don't leave Laugh. We're going to have to fight. Aww. I have no plans to. I'm just saying I can be hired away for part of the run at least. Oh, goodness. Most underrated holiday food, asks Fraulein Elsa. Cranberry sauce. Yeah, cranberry sauce. It's fantastic. And cheese balls. Cheese balls are great. How is Tara? Lovely as ever, I assume. You would assume correctly. And she is she's right there. And she is actually the owner of her own private practice now. Am I participating in Whamageddon this year? Yes. However, I liked the alternate version that was presented. Whenever Last Christmas comes on radio or playlist, and full disclosure, I have a Last Christmas playlist on my phone, which has, I call it Ultimate Last Christmas. So how many Ultimate Last Christmas? It hath 33 versions of Last Christmas on here. Yeah, so they you can see that 33 songs, 2 hours and 4 minute long playlist. I particularly enjoy it, but also we made that for my father-in-law for a Christmas gift ? A couple of years ago, and I personally don't get the hatred for Last Christmas. I really like the song. I dig it. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, I participated in it, and I consider myself a winner every single time because, hey, I like the song, so I dance and I spread joy. What is my favorite Christmas movie? Muppet Christmas Carol. Katie Cat Gaming can't do Mariah. That's all right. More for me. Fraulein also said there's a reason we're friends. Long live the Christmas Queen, Mariah. What is my favorite hobby or activity? Reading. Closely followed by hiking. And I also really enjoy kayaking. What is the secret to the glorious head of hair that even the Greek gods cry out in jealousy over? Well, I'll tell you this. See, look at this gloriousness. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for recognizing this. It's starting to lose it at a young age. It started thinning around 20, borderline 21. And like I was developing just kind of that Bill Murray widow's peak that I had for a bit. That a very advanced widow's peak. And then by 24, it was much closer to what it is now. And yeah. So also shave your head when you start losing it and keep it shaved for several years so then you don't know how far you've gone until you grow back to be Shakespeare. What is the difference between existing and living? Existing is a plant. Existing is a rock. Existing is something that is physically there. Maybe it requires some small amount of survival, but living is enjoying life. Living is drinking deeply from the marrow of the bones that life provides you. It's taking chances. It's finding love. It's being willing to risk it all in a game of chance. It's having a puppy. It is having a kitty. It's having somebody who loves you. As the song says, the greatest thing we'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. So I think that's it. I think it's taking risks and having love. It does not have to be romantic love. It can be friendship. It can be love of a parent, love of a child, love of a friend, platonic love. There are many, many types of love. The Greeks knew what they were onto. But it's having adventures, even if in our own heads. So reading a book, reading many books. It's singing songs for no reason other than it brings you joy. It's cooking your favorite foods, even if there's no one else to cook it for but yourself, because it still will bring you happiness. I think that's it. Finding that love, finding that joy, taking those chances. We went philosophical there. What is the first thing I would do if granted the powers of a Q? Oh, an omnipotent being. I suppose I would have to make sure that Hitler never existed. Done. All right. What is my take on Die Hard? Christmas movie or not? Well, they themselves say it's a Christmas movie. Is it wrong to say I don't care? I mean, they've made advent calendars for it, so there's that. Lil Kitten 9999. I like that name. If you could visit any fictional realm, which would you choose? Middle Earth. Hey. Who's the tallest person I've ever seen? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I believe. I think so. Anyway, let me look at how tall is he. How tall is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar height. Yeah, I think he's the tallest person I've ever seen. He's 7'2". So yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the tallest person I've ever seen. If I had to delete one of my plays, which one would I choose? Easy answer is Merchant of Venice. It has not aged very well. Otherwise, though, I think Cymbeline. I mean, some people love it, but it is misogynistic AF, misogynistic as foretold. And we don't need that. We don't need that. No. You need my ultimate last Christmas playlist. All right, I might put it up on here or make a Spotify of it if I can. If I made a Spotify playlist, would you subscribe? Let me know. You liked my dramatic reading of the song. Thank you. How much money would it take to spend a night in a cemetery? Which cemetery? Which cemetery? I have different answers. If someone took one message from one of my presentations, what should that message be? Well, that happened. What is a place I would like to go but haven't been yet? London. I've not been to London. I would like to. What is my favorite kind of cookie? Oatmeal raisin? Shakespeare! I want to see this now. Also, by the way, I understand it's like shakes as a Q, but it almost looks like you're calling me a patak in Klingon. Shaksak! Shagask! I don't know. I love it. It's very Klingon. Katie Cat Gaming, never seen Die Hard. All right, keep that trend going. Once met a man who was 72 grand. Yeah. Paula, husband is still being made fun of because I pulled him on stage to Macbeth. Oh, he shouldn't be made fun of that. You should celebrate him for it. But also, I'm glad to have done it. Oh, you met Andre the Giant, 7'4". Goodness gracious. Boom, boom. Tara says the scary cemetery. Thank you for clearing that up. All right, in a scary cemetery. Let's see. $5,000. No. Because then someone is just gonna be like, oh, yeah. $15,000. That's when I'll do it. $15,000. My answer might go up later. But right now, if anybody watching has 15 grand and you want me to spend a night in a scary cemetery, $15,000. I'll do it for that. You would saw Merchant redone as a 1930s mafia play. Neat, very cool. Sally, don't undercut me. 15 grand. Come on. You want to sleep in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery? There's several Sleepy Hollow cemeteries. I'm assuming you mean the one in Sleepy Hollow, New York. That one is pretty cool. I know someone who's buried there. If I added too much sugar to my cookie dough recipe, what should you do? Oh. Which cookies? I think it matters which cookies. If it's chocolate chip. If it is if it's a ginger snap, you might be okay. Oh, it's chocolate chip. It's chocolate chip. Oh. Add some vanilla. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Should I just look this up? All right. I'm going to look it up. Help, I added too much sugar to cookies. There we go. Add a couple extra tablespoons of flour and another tablespoon of water to balance out the ingredients. There. I'm helpful. That is what you do. That is what you do. All right. Ian Carroll says, expand the recipe proportionally by adding the equivalent amount of other ingredients. All right, there we go. Yeah, Master Google, thank you. There we go. My friends, we are at the end of our Ask Shakespeare Anything, or as Madame Onça also calls it, Ask Shakespeare Something, as part of tonight's story time with Shakespeare, the night before Festivus. I do hope you enjoyed yourselves tonight. I hope you enjoyed the poem. I hope you enjoyed our ASA and hanging out with each other tonight. And this holiday season, I wish for all of you to be safe and healthy and to take care of each other. All right? That is what I want you to do. But also, in the meantime, if you are so inclined, please go and give me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, some likes and follows on Facebook. I'm at nearly 7,000 people. I'd like to start getting up. I need to stop becoming Jacques Z. Whipper in this way. So facebook.com/Shakespeare approves. Instagram, Shakespeare.approves. Go follow me there. TikTok. Let's get me. Where am I on TikTok? I might be close to 1,000. I mean, like I'm not like weird celebrity levels, but TikTok. Where am I? I have at this moment, I have 823 followers. Go give me some follows on TikTok. These last two videos did pretty well. All right, that's not bad. 2,232 views, which for me, it's a pretty good amount of views. So go follow me on TikTok, Shakespeare.approves. It's the same handle as my Instagram, Shakespeare.approves on Instagram. I'm also on Blue Sky. We'll see how long that lasts. And if you are so inclined as to throw some coinage my way, I would love to have it. Coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare to buy me a cuppa, to buy me a few more of these. I did not used to like iced coffee. Ask off-screen wife. Yeah. However, cold brew. I'm really liking cold brew a lot, especially when I don't have ice in it. I'm not a fan of ice. Maybe I'm just a little too British that way. But this is not Shakespeare's coffee break, but we're going to do this anyway. It's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. Also, consider becoming a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tier start at $3, go up to $30. And if you're ever interested in a much higher ad of I will have holiday dinners with you, I think that's going to be $1,000 tier. Like, all right, let me get on a plane. You can also buy my albums. I have two of them at shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com. Go and download those albums. That'll be a very happy Christmas present for me. And I believe this Friday is going to be Bandcamp Friday for Friday, December 1st. So please go and give me a download. If you ever want to send me an email, you can email me, shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Consider becoming a Patreon saint at patreon.com/nat21adventures and doing that to join the Underworld campaign, Patreon exclusive adventure. So thank you so much to Nat21 Adventures for helping to promote and support this show. And don't forget about the 12 days of Critness on Nat21, the 12 days leading up to Christmas Day. But this has been Story Time with Shakespeare. Look at this amazing graphic that Madame Onça did make for us. This is just lovely. Thank you so very much. It has been my absolute pleasure to be with you here tonight. And I've had a great time, and I hope you all just have an amazing day. So I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. I've got 2 more weekends of Louisiana, and then I get to go home for the holidays. And there's no place like it. Shakespeare loves you. Happy holidays, my friends. Bye-bye.